Welcome back. A New York City junior high school plans to sort kids out by race during a social justice discussion. This is according to the New York Post. The Lower Manhattan Community School will conduct the exercise as part of a mission to undo the legacy of racism and oppression in our country that impacts our school community, end quote. Now, that's according to an email there sent to parents. A civil rights complaint has already been filed. The Parents Defending Education argues that this violates the Civil Rights Act of 1964, separating kids by race. You think so? Let's welcome in now Nicole Neily. She is the president and founder of Parents Defending Education. Nicole, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I remember reading about they tried something similar, I believe, in Atlanta, and it didn't go well for the administrator at that school. So why do it in New York as well? I mean, this seems pretty simple. Separating kids by race isn't that the definition of racism?
That is. It's immoral and it's also unconstitutional. I mean, let's remember Brown versus Board of Education. We do not treat children differently in American public schools on the basis of race, period. This should not be a controversial issue. Yet we're seeing this trend pop up around the country. My organization, Parents Defending Education, actually has a lawsuit right now against Wellesley Public Schools outside of Boston because they have the same thing going on. And I'm not sure how many times we need to remind administrators, you cannot do this, you may not do this, and if you do this, you will be held accountable. This is a civil rights violation.
You know, considering too, I'm a little surprised. I mean, maybe this is just already, this is the inertia here, the wheels are already in motion, but given how much pushback there has been from parents all over the country about critical race theory and why this is still such a thing, why it's being pushed, I mean, I guess it just shows you how persistent these folks are.
It is. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of supporting information, pedagogy, that would actually support why you would need to do this. It's not that Asian children process feelings or emotions differently or ideas than their peers do. Like you said, that is racist. To assume that people need to be with people that share their same skin color just to talk about topics, I think it's infantilizing. It sends definitely the wrong message to students at this young age in junior high. I mean, they're 11, 12, 13 years old, and it's teaching them to identify, value, and treat others accordingly on the basis of immutable characteristics. It's a wrong message to send, as well as being unconstitutional.
Now, the school apparently also has an additional group here, which appears to be for those uncomfortable with the format, but you know, I guess you basically be marginalized or ostracized for being in that individual group, and you know, you want to be part of your whole peer group. You don't want to be separated like this. It doesn't really seem like an alternative, a fair one anyway.
No, it doesn't. No, and you're right, it does. It absolutely stigmatizes those individuals. It singles them out. I think it really exploits the power dynamic that young children in high school and junior high have because they want to please their teachers, they want to get a good grade, and they also want to fit in their peer group. And so students receive the message, keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, go along with this. That's just how it is. And we should be teaching our students what to think, or how to think, not what to think, I'm sorry.
Yeah, how to think, that's so important. Critical thinking is something, you know, you feel like we're losing the ability to do that in this country. Such an important skill that kids need to learn. And, you know, even though this is called critical race theory, it basically teaches you the opposite. It's one of those clever kind of naming tricks where it forces kids to not think critically about stuff as well. Great to see you. Thank you so much for your time. Ms. Riley, Nicole, thank you. We appreciate it.